I see in a lot of cases, people think they're bad at communication. I don't like to see anyone as bad at communication. I like to look at it as someone who isn't as skillful as the next person may be. Now, what do I mean by that? Communication is a learnable skill. It's something that you can learn over time. And once I understood that communication is a skill, everything changed. Now, you may think that you're an awkward person or you're not a people's person, but I'm here to let you know right now that you're not born a good communicator. And you're not bad at communication. The truth is, nobody's ever taught you how to communicate. I study communication academically, and I also utilize it through social media on a daily. My name is Evan Willingham, also known as Dolo Evan on all socials. I'll put my tag up here at Dolo_Evan on Instagram. Everything else is without the underscore, Dolo Evan. Now, over time, I've gotten exceptional at communication, I like to think. Now, once upon a time, I was very, very introverted. Now, I say this to say, now look at me doing mass communications in college at a university. That just goes to show that communication is very, very learnable, because if I can do it, I'm very sure that you can do it. Now, if you see me looking down, I do have notes right in front of me on this paper right here. So yeah, that's that. For starters, we're gonna go into the traditional learning when it comes to school from K through 12. School never teaches you how to communicate. Teaches you how to read, write, do math, but it never actually teaches you how to communicate, how to start a conversation, how to speak clearly under pressure, and how to manage nerves, because everyone has them. Everyone has nerves. Whether you don't think you do, everyone does. Instead of being taught, we're actually judged. We're told you're shy, you're awkward, you need to speak up for yourself. But if we're never taught, how would we ever know how to communicate? If you were never taught how something works, failing at it is not a personal flaw, and you can't hold that against yourself. That's why I'm here to teach you all, while I'm also learning over time myself. I'm far from perfect. Now, like I said, I once upon a time was only an introvert, but now I like to see myself as an omnivert, which is both introverted and extroverted. But one thing about introverts that people don't understand, in my opinion, as well as a lot of other studies show, introverts are better at communicating. And this is because they think before speaking. They are, most of the time, incredible listeners. Now, this is a framework right here that could change your entire mindset and shift absolutely everything. Trust me. You must separate your identity from skill. Okay? Most people tie communication directly to who they are. They say things like, oh, I'm shy, I'm not a talkative person, I'm awkward. But those are all identity statements. That has nothing to do with skill assessment. Identity is who you believe you are. Skill is something you can practice and improve on. Now, when you get the two mixed up, improvement seems impossible. You cannot get the two mixed up. You must separate the two. When you confuse skill with identity, improvement feels impossible. That's probably the biggest thing I can say to you throughout this entire video. If you don't take anything away from this video, take away that, please. Now, why is that probably the biggest takeaway, you may be asking? Because if you can't separate skill from personality, you stop trying, you expect failure, and you avoid tough situations. Personality is who you believe you are. This is probably another big takeaway I can give to you just on personal experience. The things you say matters. And what I mean by that is speaking things into existence is real life. It's very real. For example, I played college basketball. When someone asks me, what do I do? Tell them I'm a basketball player. You must embody who you want to become before you become that person. It speeds the process up. If you read every single day, you'll tell somebody I'm a reader. If you work on cars every day, you'll tell someone you're a mechanic. If you're working towards something, working towards being a communicative person, you won't tell somebody that you're shy or you're awkward. It doesn't make sense. You must embody who you want to become before you become that person. It speeds the process up. For example, before I started reading often, I was calling myself a reader. And why I was calling myself a reader? Because I felt like it held me accountable. And this is big because once I started calling myself a reader and I'm getting on the phone with people and they're like, oh yeah, what'd you do today? Well, I have to be able to mention reading because I consider myself a reader. It's like a basketball player not playing basketball. You can't consider yourself a basketball player if you don't play basketball. So that was my way of tricking myself. If I tell myself and others that I am a reader, it's gonna force me to read and I'm gonna become a person that I wanna become. I'm pretty sure we all know the social myth of the loudest person in the room being the most confident. The loudest person in the room is not the most confident. Confidence has nothing to do with being loud. Being loud does not get your point across quicker nor more effective. We've been trained to think that confident people are loud, but I'm here to tell you that that is far from true. Psychologically, and studies have shown the loudest person is not the most confident. It's actually almost, in a lot of cases, almost is the complete opposite. The loudest person in the room is not the most confident for the fact that they think they have to be loud in order to get their point across, in order to be seen. But in reality, they're seeking attention seekers. Loudness is often insecurity. So don't think just because you walk into a room and you see someone being loud, it's like, oh, that has to be the most confident person in the room. In a lot of cases, that is not true. It's signs of insecurity. These are the type of people who dominate conversations, talk over other people. True confidence doesn't rush, it doesn't force, and it never needs attention. True confidence, that is. Confident communicators do these exact things here. They speak with intention, they pause, they choose their words very carefully. They think before they speak, and often they are the last one in the room to speak. In meetings, business meetings, they're the last one to give their opinion, their input. And this is because 2 ears, 1 mouth. 2 ears, 1 mouth. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen 2 times the amount you speak. And the craziest thing is that introverts do these things naturally. They just don't realize it. They don't realize it. If you are an introvert, think about it. Do you listen more than you speak? It's funny because communication is very, very simple. It's based on 4 main factors: timing, tone, clarity, and presence. Timing, knowing when to speak. Talking over people, please don't do. That's a big no. Tone. Number 2, how you say something. I know y'all know the saying, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. This is big on marketing. They talk about this all the time. Is if you're selling something, a product that is, seen in more of an upbeat type of light, you want to be more happy. If it's something on a sadder tone, you don't want to be upbeat and sounding like a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song intro. Clarity. Saying less, meaning more. I love this. Less is more. I carry this on my day-to-day life. Less is more. You can say something very powerful and touching to someone without reading off a whole paragraph, saying it in 1 sentence, sometimes even a couple of words. Presence. Being mentally there. I like to call this being present. Being present is everything in a conversation, making sure that someone else is heard, letting them spill their thoughts. That's what a conversation is. It's a 2-way street. It's not all you and then it's all me. It's you, me, you, me. We're bouncing off of each other. It's a conversation for a reason. You don't need to say more. You need to say it better. And that is all of these combined: timing, tone, clarity, and presence. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I just want to let you know that you are greatly appreciated. This is my first talking video ever, like doing a more educational tone video. Let me know how I'm doing. If you have any questions, they are very, very, very encouraged. If you have questions about communication, I would love to answer them. Maybe DM me on Instagram or even just comment in the comment section. I'll answer in the YouTube comment section. This is big time right here, what I'm about to say. And if you made this far, I just want to say I appreciate you. If you've ever left the conversation thinking, I should have said that differently, why did that come out wrong? That doesn't mean you're awkward. It means you care. It does not mean you're awkward whatsoever. And there's been many times where I've had to do a moot court, where I was an attorney for a day during a court case in class. There's been times where I've done presentations, and I'm a great speaker. I like to think that, at least. I do like to think that I'm a great speaker because I've done it for so long. When you do something for so long, it's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. I'm doing social media every day. I'm doing this every day, right? But for some reason, I still have nerves. And you must realize that you are not perfect. No matter how hard you try. And trust me, I thought I could reach some type of perfection. I'm still nowhere near it. Caring and nerves go hand in hand. It means you care. Caring without tools turns into anxiety. Caring with tools turns into confidence. So once you have the tools that you need, you take over the world. All the confidence in the world. I'm telling you right now, once you have the tools you need, you'll be just fine. And once I understood communication in this way, it completely changed how I showed up. I appreciate you all for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like on this video, subscribe. I'm Evan Willingham, also known as Dolo Evan. Subscribe to all my socials. And I'll be doing a lot more videos in this light right here because I feel like this is big. We're going into a different type of era where communicating is way more effective than ever, social media wise and face-to-face wise when it comes to networking. So this is big time. So I will be dropping more videos. Stay alert, be on the lookout, and I appreciate you for watching.